Unusual options activity here in Dynatrace. That's going to be ticker symbol DT. We're on the weekly chart right now. You can see these gray shaded areas. These represent the expected moves by each monthly expiration cycle for the next 3 months. And you can see right here, this gray area represents from the time being now until 4/17. So that's April 17th expiration. And everybody's only pricing in right around a $2 or so expected move, about 230. So if it goes this way, you're only going to get up to about 49. If it goes this way, you're down here about the 45 level. But unusual options activity, because you had about 13,000 contracts at the 5250 April 17th expiration traded today. So that is right here. So it's always good to put a visual on it, right? Because when you're looking at an options chain, it gets kind of, kind of jumbled up. But visually, you can see how much further out of the expected move that all those calls that were traded today actually is. So 5250, about 13,000 of them traded today, around 30 cents a piece or so. So that is what everybody in here is sort of loading up on. So is there something that somebody is seeing in here and we might get a pop in here? That's going to be the question. So your expected move is still at 230 and you're basically saying, hey, we're going to over two times that expected move and then move up here to 5250 before this expiration. You can see the end of our expiration cycle is going to be right here. So that is what everybody expecting the stock to do, kind of bounce right here off this 50% fib level, and then boom, go right up here. Now we are going to have to basically fight hard to break this 200 SMA here on the weekly, as well as we have to worry about this 5087 level here on that 38.2 fib level before we get up here. But until then, it looks like this is going to be a good support for us here at that 50% fib trace. We go down to the daily. It kind of tells us a little bit of a clearer story. You can see this candle here that we just placed in here, long lower wick. So that could mean a reversal is coming, even though I don't know if it's going to get up to here by this time frame that we have right here, this gray shaded area. I don't know if we're going to pop and then go up here, or if we're going to slowly kind of work our way and then maybe we'll get up here within the next expiration cycle. Not quite sure, but we do have this 9-day EMA in here that is going to weigh super heavy on us on the daily chart that we have to be aware of. But 4 red candles in a row, one of them having this long lower wick that looks like that's going to set up a good support here at this 50% fib retrace. So we'll see if we gap up or down tomorrow going in to the next trading session. But on the weekly chart, it looks like we're going to hold here. If not, if we do end up breaching this, or this candle that we're creating right now on the weekly starts to break below this 47.14 level, then we're going to be down here looking at the 45s as our next support. And then below that, this 43.42 at the 61.8 fib retrace. Resistance wise, obviously, you mentioned before that 200 SMA. And then the main resistance is going to be that 50.87 that we're looking in here on the weekly chart. You do have right around a $4.30 expected move by your May expiration. And then by June, it looks like everybody's pricing in right around a $6 expected move in here. So again, unusual option activity that we have to be aware of. The 5250 calls by this expiration right here, the 417s, were purchased about, or I'm sorry, were traded at about 13,000 volume today. So keep that in mind as you're looking at this. You have that long lower wick on the daily and the weekly in here. So perhaps a reversal could be coming in here soon, but not sure if we're going to get a big run up into this 38.2 fib level just yet. But all in all, it looks like this 50% fib is going to be a pretty decent support for us in here for the time being. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.